you'd be surprised at how simply taking something that works, a product, let's say, or an idea that has been proven to have demand or make sales, and then just making it specifically targeting a group of people, a specific demographic, and how successful that can be. That simple concept right there. So in today's video, I'm going to share a perfect example of this so that you can see how this brand called Turtle Box has scaled up to over 10K a day, basically, more than that on some days, with a really high average order value. That's basically one of the big keys here. We'll just get right into it, right? We're not going to waste any time. But having a high average order value allows you to reach these days a lot easier. This is some of the same stuff that we see at the Academy agency with some of our 10K a day plus clients. Is the higher the average order value, the easier it is to actually reach these numbers. And it makes sense, right? Because to do 10K, you only need about 33 orders, right? You don't need 200, 300 orders in order to reach those numbers. So it makes it a lot easier to actually focus in on each customer. And that's why I've always believed it's actually a good idea to create a high average order value brand. So let's actually take a look at it here. And as you see, this is what it is. It's a speaker box, and they have a bunch of different variants now, of course, even though I will still consider this mostly a one product store since it's the same product, but they just have different variations, right? Different colors that you can buy. So if you relate to a color more, then you can buy that. But as you see, what they're appealing to, which is quite interesting, is this outdoor person, right? So let's take a look at the actual speakers, because that's the main product here. And if we take a look, for example, at some of the images and whatnot, they have people on boats. Actually, the best way to show you this would be on Instagram, because Instagram is literally just like, it shows you the lifestyle here is people who love to wear camo stuff, who love to fish, who love to hunt, the outdoors type of people, right? People who love to adventure outdoors. That's really clever, right? Because there's so many speakers out there. There's so many speaker brands, and it's a huge addressable market, right? I mean, the total addressable market for speakers is huge, and that's why there's billion-dollar companies in it. But what these guys are doing is really clever, is they're taking that concept of a speaker, but making a speaker that's specifically catered to what they say here, right? People who are rugged, who are adventurous, who are outdoors, living the life, living in nature, and doing all these things, right? Even golfers, farmers, as you see. So that's who they're targeting. And I'm sure you've heard the saying, the riches are in the niches. This is a great example of that. This store is scaling very, very well. And it's mainly on Meta. As you see, they're having a lot of different apps that they're testing on Meta. I would love to be able to see the behind the scenes of their Meta ads, since that's our bread and butter at Academy, right? I would love to see what they're doing. If anybody from Turtlebox is watching this video for whatever reason, let me do an audit. I would love to see what you guys are doing and give you helpful feedback from some of the stuff that we're learning from our 8-figure clients. It would be really cool. But either way, this brand is, testing all sorts of content. And as you see, they're really, it almost seems like they're launching each different Instagram reel as an ad and driving people to the Instagram, which is pretty smart. I mean, it's not like the best use of your money, in my opinion, because if you just use conversion ads, you will still get followers on your Instagram. And that's something people don't talk about a lot, but almost all of these are leading to Instagram. So that makes me think that they're driving a ton of traffic to just their Instagram. It's not a bad idea, but you got to do a cost benefit analysis there of whether or not it's actually worth it. Because like I said, all the money that you're spending on conversion optimized ads, which are meant to get you sales, will also get you Instagram followers, because people will see those ads on Instagram, especially if you're running Instagram reel ads like this, which they are doing. And really, I just find this brand so intriguing. I love finding little gems like this that are totally killing it, that are doing multiple millions a year, maybe even 8 figures a year, that are just a very simple concept. It's not a super revolutionary concept. Really, what's revolutionary about it is that it's made to be durable. It's made to fit a specific lifestyle that people are going for. And it's just reflected in how they've branded the store, but also how they've presented it across their social media pages, across their whole community. And, they even have at this point a YouTube channel, which is so awesome. I love when brands have YouTube channels because I have a YouTube channel, so I'm biased, but I think YouTube is such a powerful way to harbor a community, and not just for personal brands, but for real brands like this as well, for product focused brands. So I really admire this brand. I just wanted to share it with you. Sometimes, we talk a lot about $100 million stores, $10 million a month stores and whatnot, but sometimes I think it's helpful to look at a store like this that maybe is not exactly at those levels, but they're certainly on the way there. And I would love to, check in on this a year from now and see where they're at. I'm sure they will have grown significantly by then. By the way, this is Shop Hunter, so anytime I find a store these days, I just add it to here and try to track their revenue. So it's a really cool feature that Shop Hunter has. I mean, they have a bunch of product research features as well, but this is a really cool one for intelligence that just helps you see like what stores are launching, what stores are doing. And, for me, for example, since I work with a lot of different brands, or not a ton of different brands, but I work with some 8-figure brands, it's really helpful to see what other brands are doing, see what they're having success with, and sort of stealing that and catering it to whatever we're doing with the clients, right? So yeah, pretty interesting stuff here. Last thing I want to say, obviously I'm still traveling, but this is the last week that you can sign up for the Chemilab Mastermind at this price. It's lifetime access. This is basically our ecom incubator, you could say. So there's not any gurus here. I'm in there, but I'm not a guru. I'm just trying to show you what we're doing at our business, try to share some of the research and intelligence that we're gathering as a team, and trying to help you out in any way that I can, while others also do the same. There's some pretty insane people in here. I mean, the networking in the community is incredible on its own. Aside from all the learnings, right? There's people here doing 200K a month and above, but there's also people doing like 6 figures a year, right? There's of all levels. You can learn something from anybody, in my opinion. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you learned something from this video. There is another product we have, the Shopify Brand Starter Kit. If you're literally just starting from zero and you want like a step-by-step process to follow, it's very simple, $20. It's not going to break the bank, but the Chemilab Mastermind is our premium product. So if you really want to join, this is the last chance to do it at this price, this week only. But that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.